You're so lucky that this is staying out to sea. Because if this went up the East Coast, I mean, it would be bad. It would be really bad.
Yep.
So the worst we're going to see would be some rip currents for our friends along the East Coast, just in case you have property there, or family and friends. But I do want to show you the latest where we're at as far as it goes. This is Hurricane Erin, Category 4 hurricane now. Remember, it did reach Cat 5 status this weekend. You can see it's just to the north-northeast of the Grand Turks, kind of hanging out by the Turks and Caicos. And we're going to take a closer look just to show you how massive this storm is. You can see here the eye of the storm. Again, staying well offshore from any landfall, which is great news for the Grand Turks and Caicos. But it is expected, as I mentioned, to follow an area of high pressure that's right here, thankfully steering it and giving it that pull further to the north and then eventually to the east. Again, that track would take it up. You can see where North Carolina is at, being it's a big storm, so it will be offshore, but as we've seen sometimes, those outermost bands can come in, and we can also have isolated tornadoes as well as some heavier downpours with some of that. But then that continues to take its turn off to the northeast, and then it's out of here. Again, great news for us. But a little bit closer to home, though, let's take a look at the bus stop forecast. Chillicothe, welcome back to school. First day looking actually really lovely. Temperatures this morning, I'm sure you could feel on the cooler side with not as much humidity. And then the next impact we have actually not going to be here until we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. That's going to be for some scattered showers and thunderstorms, some which could have some heavier downpours. So I'll be watching that closely for us. But today, that's not the case. So much sunshine out there and so refreshing. Afternoon highs, we're only not going to go above the upper 80s, so we're right around where we're supposed to be. So if you're trying to plan some golfing, I'm giving you a go for golf today and tomorrow. Wednesday, though, going to be depending on how many of those storms stick around from Tuesday night into Wednesday, but you're definitely looking good for the next couple of days. Let me walk you through, speaking of Tuesday and Wednesday's forecast. So we'll go through the hour by hour. So here's 11. What's going to happen is as we go into the afternoon, it's going to be hot and humid again, but that's also going to trigger that potential for some stray showers and storms as we go into the second half of the day. But the better chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight as you go into your Wednesday morning commute. So this could mess us up a little bit for Wednesday morning. Of course, Bree and I will be covering it for you just to make sure you know where those problem spots might be. But then as we move forward into the second half of the week, get ready. We dry out again. We cool down slightly before we go back up, but you're going to notice that extended forecast actually staying pretty close to normal for this time of year. Aside from Tuesday, that's really the only day we have a threat of those 90s in the forecast. And so, you know, as we inch closer to fall, it's looking a little bit better for us, Bree. How's the traffic?